Hello, good afternoon, Kristen. Good afternoon, Peter. I don't know, Peter, up to now, your mic.
My mic works.
Sorry?
My mic works. My mic works.
Oh, yeah. Well done. Peter, your mic is still off and yet you have not typed anything in the chat. Anyway, so Kristen, did you see the messages I sent in the chat? Kristen?
Let me check again.
Did you see the messages I sent in the chat? We are supposed yesterday was approached by Amira, and she requested us to once again go through summary writing, and it is so unfortunate that she's not here as we go through it once again. So I do not know. I've tried to reach out to her, and she's not. Uh, I can't reach her. So I'm sorry. And the other question is to Kristen, did you receive the marked assignment? Is it having the comments?
The summary work, right?
Sorry?
Notes on summary writing.
Yeah, the notes on summary writing. Did you receive them?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did you receive the email on your marked assignment? Kristen?
I received it, but I haven't read it yet.
Sorry?
I received it.
Okay, then the other thing is these days, are you finding challenges on responding to emails?
No, why?
You haven't responded to any, and you haven't sent me any. Is everything okay?
Yes, it's all okay. I'll read through my Gmails again.
Sorry?
Emails again. I'll read through my emails again.
Okay. Peter is trying to join and rejoin once again. Now I'm seeing his mic is on. Hello, Peter. How are you? Hello, Peter.
I can hear you.
I was not hearing you.
Hello?
Yes, Peter. Okay. Is my screen visible to you members? Peter and Christian, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is. It is.
Peter, is it visible to you? Peter. Okay. So Kristen. Yes, Kristen. Kristen. Peter, could you type if you can hear me so that I can go on? The network is very poor. I don't know. Christian, even now you can't hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I think we should go. Did you also find a hard time to understand summary writing?
No, I've actually covered it before already.
Oh, so I don't know what is Peter saying because he's neither typing nor is he talking. Okay. I think we should go to something else. Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
Now that you are comfortable with the summary writing and Peter is, the person who I intended to meet for summary writing is not here. So I have to leave and go to a different thing.
Okay, did I hand in my summary homework? Do you receive it?
Did I see it? When did you send it?
I can't really remember. That's why I'm asking you. But if you didn't, could you please resend me the homework?
Okay. Okay, I will send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's look at this. Okay. I wanted us to talk about direct and indirect speech actually.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it here. Okay, so let me just explain it. So the other day I read through your stories, one about the gift that you broke. Then the other was about, could you kind of remind me of the other composition that you sent me? One was about the souvenir that you broke. And you bought,
Yes, that was one.
yes,
And then there was one about a war.
sorry?
No, no, there was one about a war. 'Cause I'm sure I sent you 4 stories. One about something I broke, then a war, then there
Mhm.
was one about witches, and
Yes, the witches, it was like a dream.
yes,
Okay,
and
then the other?
let me see if I can remember which one.
Okay, let us go with those two. I don't know how Peter has gone off. Now, those two, I think if you saw, did you receive the marked one?
No, I don't remember receiving the marked one. I didn't receive any marked one.
As if I sent you. I remember there's one you sent me that had like 3 assignments in one. One was a composition, and remember the last was a poem. Did you receive
Yeah.
that?
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Are they having comments?
Yes, yes,
Okay, so
yes.
in all those two compositions that I marked, I used to put for you comments like a direct speech and reported speech. So you found hard time knowing where to put a direct speech and where to put an indirect speech. So where you narrate and where you need to bring in the words of the writer or of the speaker's actual words. So I need to speak about that. So now, when we are talking about direct and indirect speech. Indirect speech is like reported. Let's say Christian said this, Christian went here, Christian, as if you looked, you talk to that person, and so you are reporting the person. Let's assume you have broken a souvenir, and so Kyle sees you and goes and tells mommy. So when he tells mommy, he will say, Christian has broken a souvenir, and she said, or she asked for your forgiveness. That is reported speech. So that is indirect speech. And the direct speech is when you use the actual words of the speaker. For example, Kyle looks at you breaking the souvenir and goes and tells mommy, mommy, Kyle has said, rather Christian has said, he opened quotes and speaks in your voice. Mommy, I'm sorry, I've broken your souvenir. Yeah. So in that case, the quotation marks and the wordings, those are the two major things that determine the type of speech, whether direct or indirect. So, I wish to echo that in a direct speech, you are supposed to open quotes first, then add the actual words or the exact words that the speaker used, then put maybe a punctuation mark, maybe a full stop, maybe a comma, maybe an exclamation mark, then close quotes. And after closing the quotes, so there are two statements that you can say. It can be at the beginning, maybe Kristen said, you put a comma, you open quotation marks. Or you can say, I will beat you, you open quotes, put I will beat you, close quotes, then you put Kristen said. That is those are the two ways of knowing the excuse me, the direct and the direct speech in composition. Whereas in indirect speech, you paraphrase, you can use your own words to report or to say what the speaker has said, not using per se the speaker's actual words. Yeah. So for example, if I say, Kristen said, you will forgive her having broken your souvenir. So her is reported. That means you're the first person is talking about the third person, that is her. And then when you're in direct speech, it is, you forgive me, I, you speak in first person, for I have broken your souvenir. So I do not know whether you understand up to that point. Kristen, are you on?
Yes, I am. I understand
Okay.
what you mean. I've gone through the
Sorry?
comments.
Sorry?
I understand what you mean. I've gone through the comments.
Okay. Could you, I'm going to stop, you share one composition and I show you how it needed, those direct speeches needed to be included in. Is that okay? Are you using a different computer? Where do you, can you access the work on this computer
Yes, I
that you're
can.
on?
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
Yes, I can.
please share. Peter, are we together?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Could you
Can you?
increase the font a little bit? The font, just down here. Yeah, there. No, yes, let them be on the same page. Reduce a little bit. Okay, let's look at paragraph 1. Your title is very okay. I didn't give it a mark, sorry. Your title is very okay. So the paragraph 1 says, the title is Awakening. And paragraph 1 says, I was ushered into a pitch dark room by a slim yet strikingly beautiful young girl. She could not have been more than 22, though she had a seriousness about her that made her seem rather dangerous. I did not like that. As my eyes tried to adjust, a blinding light pierced them. It seems the lights had finally been turned on, but where was I? You see, when you say where was I, you're supposed to say like you remove that but. Could you highlight that but? Are you able to edit? No, just the but. The but is just there before when.
Where do you want me to highlight?
But.
But
On when? Yeah. No, just but. Yeah. So that one is supposed to be removed. Then you open quotes, you make W capital. Then you open, could you go to where there is a question mark? Yeah. Could you type space, put where? You open quotes, then put where? Where was I? Question mark, go outside the quotes. Put, I wondered. So you see that?
yeah.
Kristen, are you following?
Yes.
So in here, because where was I, it seems at that particular time you were asking yourself, where am I? So, so when you ask yourself, it sounds to be more direct than indirect. Because for you here, you are narrating to us a story. Even if the story is about you, we need at a particular time some things, some thoughts, or some words that talk about your inner feeling that we cannot see your action. Let's say how you feel about something. what you think about something. Those things that we cannot see are meant to be put in quotation marks because they are in within you, and you wondered, actually, where am I? Didn't you say that? You said that statement. If this happens, you say that particular statement, where am I? Yeah. So that's why I suggested that you put this in quotation marks. And once a sentence is put in quotation marks, it means it is in direct speech if it is a composition, or you are quoting directly from someone else's work. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
go on. We go to the next. Could you delete? I don't know. Put what you have typed, just put it in red. Yeah, thank you. Welcome, croaked a sinister, feminine voice to the coven dark enchantress says, "We have been expecting you for more time, for some time now. What sort of madness had I gotten myself into this time?" Do you see that? So there, because the sinister lady, the crooked voice is speaking, and you also speak. So it is better if you narrate the same way. Someone will get confused of who is speaking. So when you put them in quotes and you interchange direct with indirect speech, someone will clearly know or easily know that this now is the narrator and this one is the character. Yeah. So if I go on, what sort of madness had I gotten myself into this time? I asked myself. You see what I added there? Maybe this was a prank. I tried to calm myself. No, everything looked too real, and I did not recognize anyone. Oh no. After a while, I remembered that my parents had told me about these kind of people, witches. Yeah. Could you tell me why I put witches in quotes?
So that witches could be direct speech from my mother. My mother's telling the story. Like a
Oh
memory.
no. The reason as why I put witches in quotes, actually, if you are typing, it is supposed to be in italics. So the reason why I put witches in quotes is to make the reader pay more attention to that particular word, because everything is the whole story is about witches, and it's about the dream. Yeah. So you need to know, who was this person dealing with? The sleeper. The sleeper, who was she dealing with? She was dealing with the witches. So that is why I put it in quotes, and good enough, you also put an exclamation mark. Witches. Can you read that word, by the way?
Witches.
No, the way it is.
Witches.
Okay. Remember, you are reading the punctuation mark also.
You want me to read your
No, just that word witches, read it the way you have punctuated it. It should
Okay.
sound the same way you have punctuated it.
Witches.
No, it is witches, because it is your mother who told you that. Never tell me about witches. Witches, they are not simple, yeah? So that's why you put an exclamation mark. So, and this witches, the other way, the other reason why you told me that it is direct speech, because it is mother who said it. It is not you. Are you aware of that?
Yes, which is untrue.
Because
Yeah.
you said here, after a while, I remembered that my parents had told me about these kind of people, witches. So it means the mother or the parents used to say this word. So this word here, it is not you who said. So you see, witch's mother once said that they kidnapped girls to raise in their covens. No, no. You're supposed to say, oh no. Because you have put no, no. Do not be stupid. Witches are not real. So here, who was talking?
My character was.
Sorry?
My character.
So don't you see, when you say, do not be stupid, witches are not real, it's as if you are addressing the person directly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're supposed to say, do not be stupid, witches are not, do not, if you say aren't real, you're supposed to put it in quotes and say, I wondered, or my mother told me, like that. So you add something, who said this? Do not be stupid, witches aren't real. Just in case I decided to play along. My name is Harriet Muvisu. I come from a small village in Kigali. I was so nervous I did not even know why I was introducing myself when they were already expecting me. They probably knew everything about me. What do you want? You see, this is very good. You put it in quotes. What do you want? I tried to sound confident, but deep down, I wanted the ground to swallow me. I am Uganda. Kristen,
Yes.
do you speak Luganda at home?
No. No.
As if I wanted the ground to swallow me sounds more localized.
How do you mean?
Sorry?
What do you
Is it an English, a correct English expression?
Yes.
Okay, that means Luganda borrowed from English.
It's English, not Uganda.
Yeah, okay. To be everywhere, to be anywhere, but here. I don't know, I asked you, what does this mean?
My character wanted to be anywhere but where she was, the situation she was in at the moment.
So how does it come in here?
She wants the ground to swallow her. She'd rather be in the dark hole in the ground than in a witch's coven.
That means the punctuation mark is not the correct one supposed to be here.
Yes, maybe it should be like.
Could you try changing it and see if the highlighting still remains? Could you put, no, at the end, leave that one there. At the end, could you put an exclamation mark and we see? Is Peter on? Peter, are you on?
Yes.
Or are you following? Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's good.
So are you seeing now, Kristen, the green highlight has gone off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's gone.
Excuse me. Come, she commanded. Too scared to disobey, I followed her into what must have been a shrine. I could see dusty cobwebs hanging literally everywhere. This filthiness could be hell of mommy. Could be hell for mommy. Which mommy? The one of Egypt, the Egyptian mummies?
No, an Egyptian mummy is different. My mummy.
This filthiness could be hell for mommy. What exactly does it mean?
The shrine they took her to was so dirty, and it really implies that her mother was a hygiene freak.
Her mother was?
Her mother liked hygiene and cleanliness.
Oh, so now it means you're bringing what would mother think about if she found in this filthy place?
Yes.
Oh, okay. This filthiness would be hell for my mommy. I thought. So you see this? I thought. When you add I thought, it means the previous words are supposed to be in quotes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So put that one in quotes. Up to mommy. Yes. Do you know? Yes. Do you know the difference between double quote and single quote?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Double quotes are for when a person is speaking, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what single quotes are for. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can't really
Peter,
remember what's for.
Peter, do you have something to say about that?
Not really. I'm not sure I know the difference.
Okay, here it says the general rule is that double quotes are used to denote a direct speech. Yeah. Single quotes are used to enclose a quote within a quote within a headline, or a title within a quote. Do you get that?
Yes. Yes.
So what does it imply? According to what we are doing, what does it imply?
It's asking you, Peter.
Both of you. It implies that in this particular text, we are supposed to use double quotes.
Yes.
Yeah, because can you see the message I have sent in the chat?
Yes.
Okay, could you read it aloud?
The general rule is that double quotes are used to denote direct speech. Single quotes are used to enclose a quote within a quote with a headline, or a title within a quote.
Yes. So direct speech, if you are dealing with direct speech, it is double quote, not single quote.
Yes, I see my mistake.
Okay, we'll go on. Could you scroll down a little bit?
Okay.
Okay, they led me to their altar. They led me to their altar where a blade sat and some type of cup, maybe a chalice. And suddenly I understood it. I understood. So this, do you know why? Could you read the comment on Charles?
Chalice. Put this in quotes because it wasn't a real chalice, and chalices are used in churches, not shrines.
Is that correct?
Yes, I think so.
Because even you're not sure whether it is a chalice. Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Peter,
Yes.
you are in seminary, right?
Yeah.
Can a chalice be used for anything else rather than the blood of Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
Well, it depends, cause like according to the Catholic faith, yes, it's supposed to be used for that, but then like in other all that stuff, they kind of use it for
Which
other
other stuff?
stuff. Well, rituals,
Rituals.
different rituals. Yeah, because according to most novels I've read,
Mm.
like with such a such context. Yeah, eh, they use the chalice.
Okay, don't they use a goblet?
So I think it pardon?
Don't they use a goblet?
Yeah, that's true. But there's also a chalice. I mean, there's a chalice in Harry Potter.
Um,
Let me send to you something in the chat. So a chalice or a goblet is a footed cup intended to hold a drink. In religious practice, a chalice is often used for drinking during a ceremony or may carry a certain symbolic meaning. Yeah, it is gotten from Wikipedia.
Okay, but in this case, the
It
symbolic
is, yes,
meaning is
sacrifice, yeah?
yes, and the ceremony is sacrifice. So yeah.
Okay. And suddenly I understood. I tried to squeeze, held on to me. Other witches held on to me. I know I am a little big, but they lifted me as if I weighed nothing. Yeah, could you read my comment?
Could you say as if I wasn't matter?
Yeah,
Mm,
you know what matter is?
yes, of course.
Anything that has
Wait.
weight. So logically, someone cannot weigh nothing, and nothing cannot be weighed.
Yeah, that's why I put as if.
Yes, still, as if I weighed nothing. Of course, it implies that you didn't weigh nothing. You are nearly to weighing nothing.
Exactly. And I
Mhm.
explained probably
And
because there was
okay, we go on. Probably because there was so many of them. I continued screaming, crying, praying. What is the difference between screaming and crying?
when you scream, you're going ah, and when
And
you're crying,
crying?
you're letting out of your eyes.
What? Pardon, please.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Could you pardon me?
Uh-huh.
Kristen,
Yes.
I'm waiting.
Hold on.
What is the difference between screaming and crying? Okay, let's go. Here I suggest, let me see in the chat, cry, something in high-pitched, frenzied way, okay? Shed tears in distress, pain, or sorrow. So that is screaming. Are all the two
Cry.
definitions for screaming?
No, not in this.
One is, the last is
Not.
crying.
Pardon?
Could you clarify which definition is for screaming and which one is for crying in the chat?
Screaming is the first one, then crying is the second one. Shed tears in distress, pain, or sorrow.
Okay. So I would suggest you go with one. Thank you. I wailed in vain. The head pitched. The head witch. How do you call a head witch? Sorry, I went off. Christian, could you reshare?
Okay, hold on.
We only have 7 minutes to finish this.
I beg your pardon?
We only have 7 minutes to finish this. Okay, we go to where we were.
We were here
I
screaming.
wailed in vain. The head witch picked. I wish you could choose. You could find a word to mean a head witch. Is it a priestess?
I guess it's also a priestess.
Yeah. So find one word. The head witch picked up the blade and placed it above my stomach. Then she chanted some strange words, probably praising whatever devil they served. I knew this wasn't real. Do you see contractions? It couldn't be. I did not want it to be. I shut my eyes, hoping to awake from this nightmare. Nothing was happening. I was foolish enough to open my eyes, and they locked onto the head witches. She had just wanted to see my fear before delivering the blow. That sadistic hug. Then, with all the might, is the mighty? It's supposed to be Y. She had the blade come down. Swish, put it in quotes also. I knew it had pierced my stomach. A blade cannot pierce. A needle can pierce. A blade does not pierce. Yeah? You understand? Okay, you are adding slash. Also, I'm saying in the comment here, add an adjective to describe the state of your stomach. Was it as big as the one for the giant? Was it small? Had it grown slim, or it had disappeared? Or it had made a pact with the back now that the you to share, please? Okay. Harriet, a soft voice said, "Was this heaven?" Harriet woke up. Harriet, wake up. I rose from my bed, disoriented and sweaty. What happened? I was surprised. You see, so when you add a direct speech, you're supposed to add a comment. Maybe I asked, I wondered, so that we know who is saying what happened. Because when you say, like for example, you said, I rose from my bed, disoriented and sweaty. What happened? I was surprised to find myself saying. You see that? I was surprised to find myself saying so. Maybe you had a bad dream, a wave. Of course, you can't know someone has had a bad dream unless you ask him to narrate to you the dream. Yeah. A wave of relief washed over me as my mother took me into her loving arms. I could not help. I could not help crying. It's okay, she said. You are awake now. Okay. Thank you. It's a nice story. I don't know here. I'm seeing there is Harriet, and at the beginning you introduce yourself as. Could you scroll up to the beginning? There. Okay. You are Harriet Mubisu. Okay, that is okay. So could you scroll to the end? I gave you, is it 14/20? Yeah?
15.
Okay. It is 15 or 14? 15.
15. Yes.
Please, I request that you share this document with Peter so that he can also